mistake too.
我前面有请，就是波米是如何面对他的负面情绪，他已经有做了一个解释。我想问一个 stupid question， 那波米你是如何面对你的正面情绪？
Yeah, you said just now I asked a question. How do you, Bomi, how do you face your negative emotions? Now I want to ask a stupid question. Bomi, how do you face your positive emotions?
How do I face them? I think I face them by first, living them out in the way it comes.
那首先呢，面对的方式就是以它来临的方式去把它活过去，活出。
Like most people.
像大多数人一样，就是过经历过去。
But I feel through my practice the last 15 years, I can already analyze them almost simultaneously.
但是通过他过去15年的练习，他基本上都可以同步的去分析这个情绪了。
And that's good because then there's a bigger opportunity to dissolve them.
这样是很好的，因为这样就更有可能去消融它。
Because normally we analyze them or we think about them later.
因为大多数时候我们是等这个情绪过去以后才会去想啊、去分析啊、去看。
And sometimes, most of the time even, we don't even give ourselves the chance to analyze or digest it.
大多数时候我们甚至不给自己机会去观察它或者去分析它，但之后都不给它解释。
Which means that they get stored up inside.
这个就会导致它们就会存在你的系统里面，存进去了。
And that's where meditation is for, to give you a second chance to bring them to the surface, to digest them or analyze them or dissolve them.
其实静心和冥想是给我们再一次、第二次机会去观察它，去分解它，去消融它。
So it's not what I do with my positive emotions, it's what you can do yourself with the positive emotions and how you can find a thing which is suitable for you to dissolve them.
重要的不是说波米怎么样去面对他的正面情绪，重要的是我们自己如何去找到一种适合自己的方法，去观察它，去消融负面的情绪、正面的情绪。
What I said 45 minutes ago, there's often not such a thing as a general solution to a personal problem.
就像45分钟之前说的那样。一个个人的问题通常没有一个盖饭的方法。
The方法, the method, is only there to point you out to you and to see for yourself, whether it works or not for you.
方法总是把你指向你自己，然后自己通过实践去发掘这个方法对你有没有用。
So it's a good question that you ask me, but it's not that I can give you an answer which how to say in English, which assures you that also will work for you.
所以呢，他可以告诉你他的状态，他会怎么做，但是这个不能够对你保证是对你也有用。
That's why I ask input from everybody, right? So maybe she or he can, give you something to work with, and I give you something, and maybe all three you check out, right? And maybe one of these things will work for you.
所以才会邀请大家都加入，比如说，也许这个他的分享，也许有一个人的分享就会给你一些启发，然后会对你有用的。
There are some universal laws, there are some universal forces, right?
当然，我有一些普遍的、通用的一些准则，一些通用的一些力量，普遍的一种力量，代办的一种力量。
Which apply to everyone,
也许是对
everything.
每个人都有用的。
But the problem with a human being is that most of our issues, even though they sound very similar and they sound very universal, come from a very personal background.
但是我们人的问题就是，虽然这些问题看起来好像很像的，但是因为我们的背景是那么不一样，所以它来自于一个非常不同的一个背景。
So the solution lies in a personal way to address those universal forces.
所以解决方案就是我们自己如何的用自己的方式去解决这些看起来 就是好像都一样的一种力量，一样的一个问题涌过来，我们怎么样用自己的方式去解决它。
That's why the Buddha said the path itself is the enlightenment.
所以佛陀就说，这个道本身，这个道路本身就是觉悟，就是开悟。道路本身。
Do you understand?
这个理解，Do you understand?
But it's true. The path itself is the enlightenment.
The path itself is enlightenment.
And that's very individual.
道路本身就是觉醒。
Because that personal path, that individual path, will bring you to that universal force. In this case, the universal enlightenment.
因为你个人的这条道路会把你带到这个宇宙的这件事情，而在这里这个情景下，这个事情就是觉悟，就是开悟。你个人的道路偏向它，来到它。
So I would say, the way I deal with it is what I just described, but I can deal with it that way because I practice a lot with my sensations and emotions, right?
他可以回答，就是说他个人是怎么样去应对的这个状况，但是因为他做了那么多的练习，做了那么多的一些学习，所以可以这样的方式去面对他的情绪，面对他的这些感觉感受。
So that force is going on, but then we also have another force.
所以这股力量在，那么还有另外一股力量。
That's what I always call let's say the napkin force. Or how you call these for babies? Doesn't matter. Yeah, those things. Which you've been, gifted with. The gift. Let's say the gifted thing.
他说就是这股力量，也就是像小孩子的脐带一样。
You always have people in the class who don't have to study at all and get straight A's, right? And you have those people who study really hard and still get a C-.
所以说每个人的天赋也是不一样的。你会有些人从来不学习，就能够考很好；有的人努力学习，但是考的还是一般般。
So I had to practice already 15 years to come into a state where I can, analyze or dissolve or, observe my positive, as you want to call it, moments while being in that moment. And it took me 15 years. But maybe for him, if he practiced like 2 weeks, he got it. I
所以
don't
每个
know.
人天赋不一样，还要花15年的练习，这样才可以同步的去分析他的正面的情绪是怎样。那也许颜辉哥2个星期以后就可以做到，每个人都是不一样的。
They're even laughing at that table, so it was a good one.
他说这个笑话很好，那边的人都笑。颜辉哥学生的英文名字是
颜辉。
也是 English
哇，
没有带会演。Chinese 烟。
烟。
The second name. Yan. And the first name is Hui.
Wait.
In Chinese we call it Yan Hui.
Yan.
But in English we have to call Hui Yan. Just a joke.
Yeah.
灰烟比较难听。
Another joke. 我们认识一个校长叫朱义群，安逸的逸，然后合群的群，所以他的英文叫义群。真的，我们认识一个校长啊，所以每次叫义群猪啊。所以以后取名字要给小孩好好取一点。